Coming up! This week we ask ourselves what a dream Tomb Raider spin-off game might look like. We recommend Lara Croft Go in our Spotlight segment and play through Rennes Pawnshop in Tomb Raider the Action Adventure DVD game. Hello there, you are watching two cool dudes play Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, the action adventure DVD game.
Hey.
And
yep. D.
Yeah, look at this. I got like a children's t-shirt on. I love just how mental that giraffe looks. Makes me happy. So, should we have a look at the level we're about to jump into?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We are on Rennes Pawnshop.
And the mission is to deliver passports to Rennes Pawnshop and obtain weapons and equipment. It's like Lara is now stocking up for like the end game or something. She's trying to level up. She's trying to get like all her guns ready and be up to the task at hand, I guess.
I am slightly skeptical of Bouchard though, and how he doesn't have any men available to do the job. Plus, it's not very feminist. Not very feminist. It's only men that could do that job.
I have to get certain things into his hands. Passports. You could deliver them for me.
Why not have one of your men deliver your passports?
I have no one to spare.
Okay, deal.
Well, Lara's come along and blown him out the water there, hasn't he?
Lara always kicks ass, doesn't she? So you think Bouchard's a bit fishy, not to be trusted?
I am skeptical. Yes.
Okay, well let's see if your predictions are right there, your gut instinct, and let's go. Okay.
Let's do it.
So is she delivering some illegal passports to him?
Equipment I need.
I
Then
think
can
so.
follow up on why Werner was interested in the archaeological.
Oh God, that
They're getting involved in petty crime in order to further her murder investigation and find out who.
Yeah, exactly. What's the way out of crime? More crime.
Oh God, yeah.
There they are. Ooh. I do like I know you said it in a couple of episodes ago, but the way the screen kind of goes into blocks and kind of forwards time by jumping to the next scene.
It's a kind of smart way of cutting through, so you get the feel of what's happening, but it goes a bit quicker than if you were to be perhaps playing it yourself. So it streamlines it. It's a bit more cinematic too, I think.
Right, we can go ahead or left. But seeing as there looks to be a dead person on the floor to our left and something flashing on the ground, I recommend going that way.
Okay, let's go left and play with a dead body. Brilliant. This is not what I would do, by the way.
Jump over the pit or go back. I'll go back in real life.
Yeah.
This wallet might be useful.
That's so harsh. I can't imagine ever doing that. Oh, there's a dead body. What should I do?
Steal the wallet.
This could be useful.
Can we look at the wallet actually? Let's go to the inventory.
Okay.
Check out our wallet. It just says use, so we can't.
Doesn't give you any clues. I recently completed Quackshot, and we just got it back here. You get items, and there are two options for it. It's use and look, and whenever it's a good sort of way of doing it because you use these. It's kind of like a puzzle, and you use it to open different parts of different levels to progress, and the look thing gives you a clue, and that sort of implies where you're meant to use the item, and then it unlocks the next part of that level that the clue pointed you towards.
It's like a typical mechanic used in those kind of point and click adventures or roguelikes from the old days. Yeah, and but it works well in Quackshot, doesn't it? Right, we're in this room. Should we go left, ahead, or right? Your pick.
You seem to be doing well today, so.
I'm tempted to look around that corner to the left.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we know the way out. That's good. That's what you want to do whenever you go to like a hotel or you're like staying overnight somewhere for the first time. Check your exits in case there's a fire in the night. Might save your life.
So right, your pick for ahead or right then.
I'm gonna go with. Well, okay. This is my thinking. I think it's gonna be ahead, but I want to be thorough because that's how I usually play Tomb Raider, and that's why I lost the series to you. I just want to look everywhere and pick everything up, apart from a dead man's wallet, not a dead man's wallet. Let's go right. Ready?
Yeah. Oh.
A bomb!
We've been here
I may
ages.
not have much time.
Not much time,
Let's
so she
go
turns
ahead.
around and walks.
Yeah.
That was, and now, like it's back to the chill music, so we know there's no time pressure really. Yeah, let's just chill.
Right.
Oh no, a bomb. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're not gonna panic. We're the cool dudes.
Luckily, she knows where the fire exit is, but we're not going to go that way.
No, I guess we're gonna have to go ahead, right?
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go ahead. Casually walk ahead. And we're going to have to use our inventory here.
To get the entry code for the door. Okay.
Is it the wallet? Yes. Why can we look at the wallet before? And are we going to go ahead and unlock the door?
That was a new motif. I don't think I'd heard that before. The dun 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 dun.
Almost like a secret tone, isn't it? Almost. Like
It was-
you've
it was
discovered
a short,
something.
It's one of those ones, yeah.
Right. Unlock the door?
Yeah, unlock the door.
1, 4, 5, 2.
Okay, I'm just going to enter this.
This is quite cool, kind of playing back the numbers that you've pressed.
It's about as exciting as one of them old wind-up phones. You've ever used one of them?
Yeah.
Handset.
They should totally make a mobile phone with that dialing on it.
Oh my god. You know, like old phones where it's like on like a wiry cord.
Ahoy!
I knew a friend who had like that and like plugged it into his mobile phone. So his mobile phone went off in his bag, and then he pulled out this receiver and was actually on the phone with it. It was so funny.
That's like old school headphones almost. That's the equivalent, isn't it? Like,
It was sort of reminiscent of Dom Jolly with his massive mobile phone. All right. Your choice,
so this looks like a bomb. I'm tempted to go play safe, even though last episode we said that probably isn't great. But
Okay.
let's do it.
Nobody remembers. Unless they're watching it straight, one after the other.
Oh. So playing it safe, she sets off
Damn it.
and gets locked in a room. Brilliant. Luckily, we don't have to do anything to get out.
Yeah, the game does it for you. I do feel a bit removed from the action now.
Yeah.
Ouch!
But then, I suppose it's like a DVD though. Or do you feel removed from action in an action movie? It's not quite as smooth as a movie. I get that.
Have you done any of the sort of choose your own adventure Netflix series?
Yeah, I did one. What was the one with the like computer programmer person?
I did Bear Grylls one, which was kind of annoying because you could do whatever the option was. Even it was, and I always went for the stupid one. You can't kill him. Man doesn't die. Any of the options you choose. He always.
Didn't you know that? You can't kill bear.
Oh, can you not? I'm.
He's too good.
Esteemed cabal members,
I'm
the
more of
eyes
a.
Lord cross ever
What's the
closer.
name of it? It's Ray Mears. Went to
As
school
you
in
know,
Reigate, where we
already possess
also
three of the
grew
obscure
up.
paintings.
I didn't realise he went to school there.
Yeah. He's
I do like Bob Mortimer's take on Ray Mears. It's quite funny.
Our contact, Professor Von Croy, located the fourth one for us here in Paris. When we have this, we will reassemble in Prague. It is time to awaken the sleeper.
I'm getting mad scientist
We will
vibes.
be more successful this time.
Honestly, do none of them look around the table and go,
We are also
I'm a
closer
bad
to
guy.
the fifth
I didn't realise this.
and last
Wait a
obscure
minute,
building
look at
in
that.
Prague.
Well, I talk like
We will
this,
gather
so
at the Strand.
I think I am.
You understand? Mastercard.
He's got cool glasses on.
All about the cool glasses.
Dispatch your
The
team.
fingers
for the
freak
fourth
me out in
building.
this game.
Immediately.
Yeah, the faces are quite good, but they've put no effort into the hands. So I'm at my score page, and I got 3 points.
Yeah. So we actually lined up this week, getting the same there. So that's good.
And that brings our total to, I'm not sure,
I got 30.
30.
30 in total.
That sounds low.
I'm not
We'll
sure
have to watch him back.
Can we trust the score that it's giving us? Haven't we like reset using passwords?
We should have a counter going along the bottom.
Yes. Put that
Yeah.
in now if it's not too late.
If it's not too late. Brilliant. Okay, so that is end of Act 1 as well. I can report.
Hopefully you'll join us for the second act. I mean, it's rude if you get up and leave in the middle of a theatre performance, isn't it? So don't do that. And also stick around because we are now going to throw over to a question, and after that we're going to do a spotlight. Right, our spotlight for this week is Lara Croft Go. This is a mobile-based puzzle game, and it's really cool the way it sort of ups the puzzle elements. It teaches you one thing and then adds another and then adds another and then adds another, and it's like you move Lara like she's a chess piece on a sort of complicated chessboard where there's enemies and platforming hazards and stuff.
Yeah, it's like turn-based almost, isn't it? Where the enemy move when you move, and they're pre-designated, I think, where they go, so that they become a puzzle element. And yeah, there's mechanics in there. So from simple like switches and falling floors to like more complicated later levels where you've got almost like doppelganger Lara in there as well.
It's about learning the movement of like these buzzsaws or the snakes or these other enemy types that sort of like follow you around and utilizing that to your advantage, all whilst listening in to maybe one of the best Tomb Raider soundtracks. It's got a lot of nice, relaxing kind of ambient sort of tunes to this.
So yeah, I think it's a great game, and actually I've played it twice because I had it on my old phone, and then I noticed it in like one of the app sales when I got a new phone, and it was really cheap. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just whiz through that again, and yeah, enjoyed it both times.
What's the
So-
question of the week, Nick?
Sorry.
Right, you go.
Go. Interesting you should say that, because as we just talked about, great little game, and it's Tomb Raider spin-off, but it's a different style obviously to main series Tomb Raider. So I thought we could discuss and come up with a kind of dream spin-off game, and what category or genre that would fall into. So the main series is obviously action adventure. There's some puzzle and platforming in there, some survival elements, and Go is the puzzle strategy game. You've got the other kind of spin-offs in Temple of Osiris and Guardian of Light, which is the isometric kind of puzzle action platforming, still along that same line. And the handheld is again just a kind of platforming game. But what else could there be? So what kind of general genres are there for games?
FPS is probably the biggest one right now.
Yeah. So like a Call of Duty with dual pistol FPS would be cool.
Would you have like two screens, so you're like separately like looking and aiming with like down the barrel of two different guns, sort of thing?
I think that it may be more like auto lock Tomb Raider 1 game. I guess with shooting as well.
What would work better would be like a dual pistol kind of Time Crisis type.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be so good in an arcade actually, where you have two pistols. Yeah, that would be incredible.
Maybe it'd be like the Jurassic Park one where you're going around in a Jeep as well, or like, but it's a motorbike. Whoa, that'd be boss.
And then she gets on a jet ski, and then you could also have third-person shooter. That would be great to see an over-the-shoulder Tomb Raider. I suppose that's kind of similar to what it is now. Too similar, isn't it? Really, not going to win that one. But on shooter, it would suit a VR really well as well.
Yeah, like an on-rail shooter in VR.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that would be super cool.
Or you could have like a fighting game like Tekken or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, something like that.
But you'd only ever want to play as Lara, right? Would you like unlock like the NPCs and then you'd do another sort of run through battling everybody as them afterwards?
Yeah, they'd have to try and work in a few extra characters, wouldn't they? You saying that you'd always want to play as Lara, though. I'm not a fan of this myself. I don't know much about it, but I have seen that a recent release has been of a fighting game is One Punch Man. It's like an anime series. Yeah. So he's literally a One Punch Man. So obviously you can only play as him for a short amount of time because you'll just win every game. But that's the extreme of always wanting to be Lara.
Sounds like when you get the golden gun in GoldenEye, one shot to kill.
Or I heard Oddjob is incredible in GoldenEye because he's the only character with a hitbox that is shorter than where you aim. So he's so hard to shoot.
We see they missed out. They should have had Knick Knack in there as well from the Man with the Golden Gun.
What else? There's sports games, which I don't think suits Tomb Raider too much. You couldn't have a team sport game. You'd have to have something like
doing some sort of like motorbiking, horse riding, or maybe even like motocross,
fencing.
Rally. Yeah.
But I did think skateboarding might be quite cool because you've got the skateboarding kid from Tomb Raider 1.
I don't think that's a game. I think you could have him as a character in a skateboarding game.
Well, they didn't release Lara's Mansion in Tomb Raider 4, but there was definitely a skate park where the maze was.
Here's a genre we haven't thought about, like, and as to whether it might work with the Tomb Raider franchise. RPG
would be great. I mean, Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness obviously has some RPG mechanics, but need to improve on that a lot. I suppose, what do you call an RPG though? Because the later Tomb Raider series, you can upgrade your weaponry or you can change outfits which give you certain stat boosts. So That does follow some of the RPG mechanics.
It's not like a turn-based fighting mechanic.
So like a JRPG, like Final Fantasy or something. Is that what you mean?
If they're going to do a spin-off, they might as well go all that way, sort of thing. Yeah.
I'd love that. I mean, I've not played it, but it's on my to playlist one day. It's an old game though. Is Kingdom Hearts. So you could almost do like what they do, where they have the Disney Final Fantasy crossover. You could have Tomb Raider and one or both of those franchises as well. Building on that a little bit, you could go to the MMORPG as well. So the massively multi-online player one. Not a fan of those myself, really. Never bought into them, but I know there's obviously a massive base for those. Again, not many characters, but part of that is building your own character, isn't it? A curveball one. What about Lara Dance Stage Euromix? Rhythm based.
Yeah. To like those awful pop tunes you showed me. Yeah, but then like you can put in like fan made songs as well. Then it would be quite cool. When the sunglasses at night.
That would be great. Yeah. I thought a different one, which would work really well, particularly on a mobile game as well, is like a text-based adventure or a roguelike. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I love text adventures. I think that could work really well with a Tomb Raider sort of game. You're going into a tomb to raid, and it's how many treasures you can emerge with without losing your life. That would be super cool. A bit like Colossal Cave Adventure. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That would be fun, and I'd love that to be fan made as well, because they'll get in all those little nuances and comical moments.
Yeah, get J.R. Millward on it.
The last kind of category that I can think of is like a sim game. So you could have like Lara's Mansion Builder or The Sims, where she walks around it and you can invite people over and then lock them in a room.
It would be really cool if it like The Sims, but like you're Lara Croft, and then like she's trying to lead this normal pedestrian sort of life, but accidentally keeps on killing everybody, like she does in the games, drowning them in her swimming pool, setting them on fire in the fireplace.
Yeah, or trying to get in the hot tub,
or locking the butler in the freezer.
Yeah, that would have to go in. So I think there's a couple of kind of interesting ones that I think would be, for me, an honourable shout out. Touching on the kind of JRPG as like a turn-based strategy game, I think that would fit in nicely. A bit like Age of Empires, like a attack the base, but where you've got to build up resources and things. That would be quite interesting. And then a very close second for me is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, Streets of Rage style.
Would she be beating them up with like kicks and punches, or would she shoot them up?
I think there should be fist punching, kicking, fly kicks, but I think there can only be one winner, and lots of franchises have tried it. Some have been more successful than other. Tomb Raider karting.
I think I'd sooner see a card trading game than that.
Oh, new category, yeah. But I like to think, loads of tombs. There's been loads of across the globe trotting that she's done. You could set them in loads of different places, different vehicles, motorbikes, boats, snow, everything.
All right, so long as it doesn't have the steering of the Jeep or the canoe.
They might be able to use some of the physics in the games if they do it.
That was a really interesting question. Thanks for asking.
I'm sure there's lots of other ones as well, so if anyone thinks of anything, let us know.
Thanks for watching. Having literally just completed Lara Croft Go and the extra bonus levels on mobile, I couldn't really recommend it more, especially if you pick it up for free as I did. I'm going to take a little mini break now, so make sure you're subscribed and follow me at BruCousins on Twitter if you want to find out exactly when the show will be back with Act 2, along with a brand new merch store. So you got that to look forward to. In the meantime, you can watch our previous series on Tomb Raider Chronicles. It's called Race to the End. It's kind of the genesis for this show that you have been watching. Thanks for watching.